something that I know a lot of operators have been dealing with, particularly in the US, is this reticence for international travelers to visit the US right now. So, is there a way that at Brand USA that you guys are using AI to kind of help navigate that?
So we launched at IPW a new campaign called America the Beautiful that is aimed squarely at addressing inbound tourism. And so as part of to create a landing page experience for this campaign, we have a new website that launched at americathebeautiful.com. And it's allowing us to have a test ground for what websites might look like, not in the long future, but a year from now. How will we all use websites? Because we already know website traffic is going in the toilet. People are not using websites to the same degree as they once did, because even if you're in Google, the AI overview will just answer the question for you without needing to do all that work of clicking through to see the answer. And so this new landing page, this new website actually takes advantage of the fact that people are starting to use AI more for their trip planning. And it has a partnership with an AI trip planning tool called MindTrip, which is integrated all throughout the site. So, whereas I think the old days of website chatbots, you would just see a little icon in the corner, inviting someone to chat with you. So now, instead of just having icon in the corner, there's questions and pre-written prompts all throughout the website that are different based on what landing page you are on and what content you are reading. And so these prompts, when you click on them, it opens up the full MindTrip experience with that prompt already populated in the chatbot. And so it gives you, if you are new to using AI, it gives you this kind of sneak peek of, oh, this is how an AI trip planning tool actually looks and works when I am using it. And then on the back end, I'm interested in seeing what the experience is for the international visitors who are using this site. It's like a great way to provide, multilingual assistance. The tool is natively available in probably any language that somebody would want to come and converse with it in. But then selfishly, we get to see what are the kinds of questions that people are asking. Are there gaps in our content? And that is a big opportunity as AI kind of steals site traffic from all of us. Where we need to provide value is in content that doesn't already exist. And so this shows us what content already doesn't exist that people are looking for, so that we can create that content. And so that's part of the power of working with these AI tools, is that we're able to see those trends and what people want before it's going to come out, in a research report 6 or 12 months later.
So let's talk a little bit about the AI Forum. You're involved in the planning of that, and you're going to be involved in the execution of it. Can you share a little bit from your perspective? Why is this such an important thing to be doing now in 2025 at Arival?
It's the perfect moment for, attraction providers who, whether or not you are involved with AI at this moment, this is the moment for you to get involved with it. I think we're past, the first 3 years of everything being really imperfect. Probably my entire first year of exploring and experimenting with AI was just figuring out workarounds. I want it to, something very important with AI is giving it context so that it's answering your questions based on facts and not on whatever it makes up. So there were a lot of limitations around how much context could any of these tools hold at one time while working for you. So I'm like spending all my time figuring out, if you do this, then you can cheat, and get it to look at a website without knowing it's looking at a website. Stuff that now you don't have to deal with because these tools are ready for the office. They're all working rapidly on these connectors that, goodness, if you are in the Google Workplace suite, get a Gemini Pro account and you will get help answering your emails inside of the Gmail platform, writing first drafts of copy and text. pulling in all of the information that is currently in your Google Drive. Like the tools are now designed to work with a great deal of context at one time, which makes it much more plug and play for a small business owner. So I don't think it's a huge barrier to entry still at this point. All it takes is curiosity. So if you're, an attraction, a tour operator who has been playing in this stuff, I think that this event is going to be an opportunity to find your people. I know I am always looking for my people, and I'm so happy when I find them. But there's the other side of it, which is if you are new and learning, this is the chance to get, surrounded by peers and other people who are at that level with you to kind of just hold hands and take the lead. So I'm really excited for the breadth of programming that's being set up for this. If you want to play with different AI tools and understand how they work and see them in action, I think this is going to be a great opportunity for that. And then I think there's going to be a lot of really interesting thought leadership about what do our jobs look like in a few years. So it's going to be a lot different than it looks today.
So if you had to pick one area where you think AI will be transformative for the experience sector in the next 5 years, what would that be?
I want to say discovery. I certainly hope that part of what AI can do is make it easier to connect people who are looking for something really weird and specific to be able to find that exact experience wherever it is in the world. And so, I think we are moving away from the top 10 list version of travel. It makes sense that that's the type of content that the internet rewarded. And so that's the kind of content we all learned to create. Top 10 restaurants in New York City. But people don't necessarily want to visit the top 10 restaurants in New York City. They want to, visit the ones that are most uniquely going to make them happy in that exact moment. And I think it's going to be the same thing for a guided tour or visiting an observation deck or going to a Broadway show. Some people just want to go to a Broadway show. Great. There's lots of theaters and they all have shows playing in them. You will find one. But most people want a very specific, they want it to scratch a specific itch. And I think it's the same thing with a walking tour. I don't want to say, oh, great, I'm going to Tuscany actually in a couple of weeks. Do I want to go on a Tuscan walking tour? Or do I want to go on a walking tour that speaks uniquely to all of Janette Roush's weird and specific interests? Right. I want that one. And so I think that's what AI is going to be able to do for us, is to be kind of that perfect matchmaker to let me know about all of the stuff that I don't even know already exists.